man, I'm going to be so happy about that. And I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. But like I said, my next thing is I just love to see him get into production.
No, I definitely agree, and I'm actually sitting here going through IMDb, checking out these additional names. Denise Go actually has done a little bit of acting. She's done some voice work. Looks like she was in the movie The Kid Who Would Be King. I remember seeing previews for that. Looks like she was in Robin Hood as an extra in Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. So, and she's done voices for video games like Mass Effect and The Witcher. So she's got a little bit of a career there. Very cool. Stellan Skarsgård. Let me look him up. There he is. Stellan Skarsgård. Let's take a look here. Oh, I know him. You will know him. Did you see this is the same guy, right? Hold on.
I've seen a few, like, I think his brother, wasn't his brother the clown in It?
I don't know.
There's a lot of Skarsgårds.
Yeah. Hold on. This is the guy I think it is. It is. It's Eric. It's the guy that played Eric Selvig in the Thor movies for Marvel. Yes. Okay. Cool. So he's. I've seen him in quite a few movies. He was in the Thor movies. He was in the Avenger movie. He played Dr. Eric Selvig, who. Okay. So yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I thought that might be his dad or an uncle that played. An older Skarsgård plays that. Huh?
Yeah, but that's who this is. Stellan Skarsgård. Okay. It's him. So yeah. So Eric Selvig is crossing over. The actor played Eric Selvig is crossing over from Marvel to join the Star Wars universe. Excellent. That will be fun. Like some of these names I don't know. So actually all these names I don't know. So I'm having to look them up. See, Kyle Solar is the third name. Let's see, Kyle. He has a history. Let's see, he's been quite a few movies as well. See, he's in a TV series right now called 101 Dalmatian Street. It looks like these are British shows, but he's actually been in. He was in Anna Karenina, the movie. There's a movie on Netflix called The Titan. He was in. Oh, he was in Fury with Brad Pitt. So he's got some history there as well in his resume. So yeah, it looks like we got some big hitters coming into the Star Wars universe. And I never made the connection with Skarsgård. The name sounded familiar, but I didn't make the connection until I pulled up his picture, and then it hit me. So,
because you know what? I think I pulled it up, and there was the wrong picture. A younger Skarsgård, a different, like, I think he's got, I think his son, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but I know one of the Skarsgårds plays the clown in the two It movies. But hey, not a horror podcast or a Star Wars podcast.
You're thinking of Bill Skarsgård.
Ah, there we go.
I still had it pulled up.
Thank you for the help, brother.
No problem. Bill Skarsgård played Pennywise, and he actually looks like he's a lot younger than Stellan. Does it say if they're related? Yeah, he's the son of Stellan Skarsgård. So, so they are related, father son. So the father is playing in Cassian Andor.
Gotcha. Yep. And I know who you're talking about now. Yes, from the movies. Yep.
So we got. That's going to be good fun. That's going to be a fun series. I'm looking forward to that. Little Star Wars version of James Bond going on there with the whole spy undercover themed show. So it's going to be fun. Yeah. Going to be fun for sure. All right. So with that pretty much wraps up our news segment. Nothing else going on in the news right now because everybody's kind of ramping up for May the 4th. So with that, let's just go ahead and jump into our review of The Phantom Apprentice. All right, The Phantom Apprentice. In this episode, this is a crazy episode. I love it. It picks up exactly where Old Friends Not Forgotten leaves off. With Ahsoka facing off against Maul, surrounded by his Mandalorians. And Ahsoka, of course, their confrontation, confusion with Maul, why she's there instead of Kenobi, which is who he kind of sprung the trap for. But, things go wrong. Clones show up, they escape. And, of course, the search is on for Maul. Ahsoka continues to lead the clones to confront Maul and his forces throughout Mandalore while trying to find him. There winds up being this huge, oh my God, beautiful saber battle between Maul and Ahsoka, which was beautifully done. And of course, while the impending chaos outside the throne room is literally blowing the windows out. Leading to the capture of Maul at the end of the episode. Incredible episode. Incredible. David, what were your first thoughts when you watched The Phantom Apprentice?
Well, the first thing you ask is how do you follow up an almost perfect episode or a perfect episode, right? By following it with this episode. In the notes, you and I get prepped and write these down, and I for me, this is what I've written down. I just to kind of guide me, but it is fascinating to see the end of the Clone Wars from this perspective, on Mandalore, not on Utapau, unless they show that, because they mentioned Obi-Wan saying something about that, but I mean from Mandalore and really from inside the mind of Maul. That is fascinating to see this. I thought it was interesting that just like Vader and Dooku, Maul is telling Ahsoka the truth about the whole thing going down. It was fascinating that, even if she did join Maul, they're not going to be able to defeat Sidious and Vader. It's not happening. And it really, truly is too late, like Maul said. I also found it really fascinating, and you hear it in the episode, and I read the episode guide earlier tonight, really seeing how Dave Filoni is interweaving this in terms of what Maul was trying to do. Take Anakin off the board, away from Sidious. But in the end, as you and I know, Sidious, he's just one step ahead of Maul by having Grievous attack Coruscant just as Maul is trying to lure Anakin to Mandalore. It's just so close. And for me, I wrote down that the exposition, that the conversations that Maul has with a number of different people, and I do have some of those quotes. I love what he's talking about. And, of course, the lightsaber battles, kind of that two-pronged one that him and Ahsoka have is just incredible. So those are just some of my opening thoughts. I could do so many more, but just wanted to dive into the episode with you. So,
well, very good opening thoughts, because I tell you, man, my first thoughts when I sat down to watch this episode was wow, because we sit there and we watched Old Friends Not Forgotten. Incredible episode. Absolutely loved it. And you're thinking, okay, they got to maintain this level of incredible nature, incredible show throughout this arc. And can they do it? Man, Old Friends Not Forgotten was nothing compared to this. I mean, it was a great episode, and this just was totally mind-blowing. This was incredible. The action sequences, the dialogue, the twists in the plot, it was just, oh my Lord, incredible. I literally sat there watching this going, what am I watching? I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I loved how it intertwined with, they kept dropping markers for you where it is in comparison to Revenge of the Sith. I loved it. So much fun, so much incredible, so much feels in this episode. It just literally was, if you didn't sit there on the edge of your seat with goosebumps watching the whole thing, you don't have a pulse, because it was that incredible. So those were my thoughts when I first watched the episode, because it was just, for me, it was just simply mind-blowing and mind-boggling to experience it. I mean, this is incredible. And this episode, of course, was directed by Nathaniel Villanueva, but written by Dave Filoni. If Dave's writing stories like this, why has he not written more?
Well, it's incredible how he's intertwining this. It's just amazing.
I mean, man, this is, and to think this was an arc they wanted to do back when Clone Wars was still on full time. Right. This was being planned back then. I'm curious to whether or not he actually sat there and throughout the years, knowing the script was there, knowing this is what he was going to, if he kept tweaking the story throughout the years, or if he wrote it and then was just done with it. Yep, perfect. Oh.
Well, and also think about this, because you and I have hit on this over a number of different episodes, which is, we know a lot of episodes and what they were made into after the Disney buyout in 2012. We've talked about the Son of Dathomir comic. We've talked about Dark Disciple, the novel by Christie Golden. I guess even, some of the Ahsoka stuff you wonder about in that novel. So you and I've talked before about how many, either the 7 or 8 seasons, and think about the build up to this if they had been able just to continue on, because we know the placement of Bad Batch and the placement of the Martez Sisters arc, Ahsoka Martez Sisters arc, would be placed differently. And I don't know. I think there'd be even a bigger buildup. I mean, there is right now. I mean, it's incredible. But I just something that I think about. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about how they would have loved to have seen the Son of Dathomir, those 4 episodes animated, to show you what goes on between the end of season 5 and here, at least with Maul. But I'm not complaining at all. It's again, just piggybacking off what you said, how Dave's been thinking about this, as well as all of the crew there. Oh my gosh. I guess what could have been more episodes, but at least we do get these 4 in animated form. And they're just so, you and I said, are they going to live up to the hype? They have.
Oh, they definitely have, without a doubt, have lived up to the hype. So that has been something I have been very impressed with. So, well, we got a lot to discuss about the Phantom Apprentice. So what we are going to go ahead and do real quick is take a break, and then we will be right back with some of that elegant discussion that y'all expect. Welcome back, everybody. Aaron and David here as we are discussing the Phantom Apprentice. Oh, wow. What an episode. Incredible episode. Again,